Dear Scorpios, we have already discussed the unprecedented moment that will arrive in July 2025. Now, let's delve into the details of this phenomenal influence, which will bring you unparalleled prosperity. The key player here is Jupiter, the planet of great fortune and expansion, which will be in the sign of Cancer during this period. This is truly a golden aspect for you, as Cancer is a water sign, like yours, forming a harmonious trine that opens up streams of abundance and luck. Jupiter's presence in Cancer creates exceptionally favorable conditions for everything related to home, family, roots, and security. For you, Scorpios, this means that the most profitable investments and opportunities will lie precisely in the real estate sector. Consider purchasing residential properties, land plots, or commercial premises. Now is the ideal time to lay the foundation for future well-being. This is not just about acquiring physical space, it's an investment in your personal environment, in the security and comfort of your family for years to come. Furthermore, this transit is incredibly favorable for the development of family businesses. If you have joint projects with loved ones or plan to start them, Jupiter in Cancer will provide powerful support. This is an ideal time for expanding family enterprises, attracting new partners from your trusted circle, or even launching an entirely new initiative that will serve the interests of your entire family. Long-term projects requiring stability and deep involvement will also receive a powerful boost. This refers to creating something foundational that will yield dividends not just now, but far into the future. To make the most effective use of this unique time, listen to your intuition, it will be particularly sharp. Conduct a thorough analysis of any offers, but do not ignore your inner voice, which will point to true value. Seek opportunities that will strengthen your roots, bring a sense of security, and allow you to build a solid foundation for future generations. Perhaps this will involve refinancing a mortgage under more favorable terms, or an investment in real estate that will generate stable passive income. Also consider projects related to training, education, or legacy, which can provide long-term value. Remember that this Jupiter in Cancer energy calls for caution and foresight. Avoid hasty decisions, focus on stability rather than immediate profit. This is a time for building, not for speculation. Strengthen ties with your family, as unexpected support or valuable information may come through them. And while general astrological indications provide a powerful direction, for each Scorpio, these opportunities may unfold differently, depending on the unique configuration of your birth chart and specific life circumstances. So, when the universe opens such powerful portals of abundance, how can a Scorpio specifically channel this flow into long-term financial prosperity? Your path to wealth in July 2025 will require not just luck, but also your unique ability for deep analysis and strategic planning. Start with active searching, don't wait for opportunities to come to you. Use your innate perceptiveness to dig deeper, exploring not only obvious but also hidden offers in the real estate market or in potential family projects. Perhaps this will be a plot of land with untapped potential, or an old house requiring your transformative energy for a new surge. Your intuition, that infallible inner compass of a Scorpio, will be a key tool in filtering out less promising options. However, even with a strong inner prompt, do not neglect thorough risk analysis. The investments we are discussing are intended to be long-term and foundational, meaning they require meticulous verification of legal clarity, assessment of potential profitability, and identification of possible pitfalls. Check every document, every figure. Here, your natural skepticism, often perceived as a drawback, will transform into an invaluable advantage, protecting you from hasty and ill-considered steps. When finalizing deals, demonstrate the persistence and negotiation skills inherent to Scorpios. Don't be afraid to assert your interests, but do so with a clear head and a precise understanding of your goal. Consider the specifics of your birth chart. For instance, if your Mars is in a sign oriented towards cooperation, seek partners whose strengths complement yours. If your Saturn indicates a need for absolute control, choose projects where you can fully manage all stages. It's crucial that every transaction resonates with your inner need for security and strengthening your roots, rather than merely promising quick profits. For you, true wealth is not just the numbers in your account, but also a feeling of deep, unshakable stability. And this foundation, laid in July 2025, can be significantly amplified by certain resources you might even be underestimating. Scorpios, Jupiter in Cancer has already opened incredible opportunities related to home, family, and real estate for you. But how exactly will the power of your ancestral ties become the key to unprecedented financial growth? This isn't just about investing in a family home, but about strategically utilizing the inner strength of your clan. Imagine, strong family bonds are an invisible yet powerful capital. Trust, shared values, generations of experience, informal networks of contacts, these are all invaluable assets. Use them to create or scale your ventures. If you are developing a family business, now is the ideal time for its expansion. Consider diversification, opening new directions that naturally stem from your core activities and family traditions. Your relatives can be not only reliable partners but also a source of unique competencies, fresh ideas, or even seed capital. Joint asset ownership or creating a family fund will ensure stability and long-term growth, minimizing risks. The key to scaling is a clear distribution of roles, professionalized management, even in a family business, and, of course, transparency in financial operations. To attract external investments, demonstrate to investors not only your business plan but also the enterprise's foundation, its deep roots, stability based on family values, and long-term vision. Emphasize, your venture is not a fleeting project, but a legacy built on strong principles. This creates an image of reliability that attracts serious investors. Don't hesitate to use family connections for networking, as often the best opportunities come through personal recommendations and trusted circles. By building such a strategy, you lay the groundwork for prosperity that will serve you and your descendants. However, for this foundation to be truly robust and not succumb to destructive illusions, it's important to remember other cosmic influences that demand utmost clarity and systematic approaches to finance. Dear Scorpios, while the unique placement of Jupiter in Cancer in July 2025 opens up unprecedented opportunities for you to multiply wealth through family ties and real estate, it's important to understand that true, long-term prosperity requires not only favorable cosmic winds but also a firm hand on the rudder. This is where the influence of Saturn in Pisces comes to the forefront, the planet of discipline and structure, which is currently in the sign of intuition and deep currents. Saturn in Pisces is your cosmic call to responsibility and a systematic approach to finances. It demands that you not merely float on the current of luck, but consciously build a strong foundation for your future well-being. The influence of Pisces can lean towards dreaminess and sometimes illusions, but Saturn here acts like a strict teacher, insisting on clarity and realism. This is a time when it's necessary to ruthlessly discard any misconceptions about easy money or passive income not backed by a clear plan and diligence. Your task is not just to catch the wave of abundance, but to securely ride it so that it doesn't carry you away from your long-term goals. Building this foundation means a deep dive into the essence of your financial flows. Saturn in Pisces teaches you not only to see the big picture but also to understand the minute details that shape your financial reality. Avoid spontaneous decisions, even if they seem incredibly tempting at first glance. Your natural perceptiveness, amplified by this transit, should be directed towards identifying any weak points in your financial system. This could be a lack of clear accounting, irrational resource allocation, or excessive faith in questionable schemes. Now is the time to establish sustainable financial habits that will become the basis of your stability. Remember that Saturn rewards those who show patience, consistency, and a willingness to do the necessary work. This is not a period for vague dreams of wealth, but for their crystallization into tangible, measurable steps. It is through a disciplined, responsible approach that you will be able to not only attract but also retain the incredible abundance that July 2025 will bring you, ensuring prosperity for many years to come. This requires a deep understanding of how to structure your resources. Scorpios, we have already delved deep into the astrological harbingers of your unprecedented prosperity in July 2025. Jupiter in Cancer, Saturn in Pisces, all of this creates a unique configuration, portending abundance, especially in the realms of real estate and family business. But remember, The true power of this astrological gift lies not just in its arrival, but in your readiness to receive it and, most importantly, to manage it wisely. Now, as the planets align into these fateful aspects, it is critically important to lay a strong, conscious foundation for future wealth. The first and most powerful step on this path is developing an extremely detailed personal or family budget. This is not merely accounting for income and expenses, it's creating a living, breathing map of your financial flows, where every dollar has its purpose and works towards your goals. Define your financial objectives with pinpoint accuracy. What does wealth for many years mean to you? Perhaps it's investments in new real estate that will become a reliable asset for generations, or scaling a family enterprise, taking it to an entirely new level. Break down these large, ambitious goals into concrete, achievable stages. For each stage, outline a clear strategy, how much capital you are prepared to accumulate, where to direct it, and how to diversify investments to minimize risks and maximize returns. Actively utilize all available financial planning tools. These could range from advanced spreadsheets that allow you to track every transaction and forecast future inflows, to specialized mobile applications offering convenient analytical reports. And for particularly large and complex projects, don't hesitate to engage professional financial consultants. Their expert perspective will help you identify non-obvious opportunities and avoid potential pitfalls. Such an approach will enable you to not only see the complete picture of your financial landscape but also to promptly adjust your course, maximizing every incoming resource. True financial freedom is achieved not just through savings, but also through skillful management of all aspects of cash flow, including existing financial obligations. However, for these unprecedented flows of abundance not to slip through your fingers, Scorpios, you must lay a solid financial foundation. Saturn in Pisces, which we discussed, demands not only discipline in savings but also a decisive approach to managing existing obligations. It's time to confront all your loans, borrowings, and debts. Compile a detailed list, without missing a single detail. This is the first and most crucial step towards financial freedom. Apply the strategy that best suits your situation, whether it's the debt snowball method, where you pay off the smallest debts first to gain psychological momentum, or the debt avalanche, focusing on loans with the highest interest rates for maximum savings. The key is systematicity and strict adherence to the plan. Treat this as a strategic operation, characteristic of your Scorpio nature. Every debt paid off is not just a crossed out line, but a brick in the wall of your future well-being. In parallel, it is vitally important to prevent the emergence of new obligations. Financial literacy ceases to be an abstract concept and becomes your main weapon. Learn to distinguish true needs from fleeting desires. Before taking on new debt, ask yourself, is this an investment in your future, aligning with Jupiterian opportunities, or an impulsive purchase that will only drag you into a new debt trap? Creating a detailed personal or family budget, strictly adhering to it, and practicing conscious consumption are your faithful allies. Study the basics of financial planning, the principles of credit systems, and even fundamental investment strategies. Knowledge is power that will allow you not only to avoid pitfalls but also to multiply what July 2025 will bring you. Once this foundation is laid and your defenses are secure, you will feel unprecedented energy to realize your most ambitious plans. July 2025, in addition to the cosmic influences already mentioned, will bring Scorpios yet another powerful catalyst, the transit of Mars, your co-ruling planet, into the fiery sign of Aries. This is not just an astrological event, for you, it's the activation of an innate primal force, an untamed energy that will elevate your natural determination and capacity for action to unprecedented heights. Mars in Aries signifies a pure drive for leadership, for blazing new trails, for rapid beginnings. It grants you an immense surge of energy to realize your boldest and most ambitious projects, especially those related to wealth accumulation and strengthening your financial position. However, like any powerful force, this aspect has its shadow side. The untamed energy of Mars in Aries can push towards impulsivity, ill-considered steps, and risks that are not always justified. Your task is not to suppress this fiery element, but to masterfully manage it, directing it into a constructive channel. The key to success lies in a strategic approach and mindfulness. Before rushing into battle, carefully weigh all pros and cons, analyze risks, and align them with the long-term goals of stability and prosperity we discussed earlier. This period demands not just courage from you, but deep wisdom. Use this potent energy for decisive negotiations, protecting your interests, and launching innovative projects that have long awaited their moment. But every step must be conscious and fact-based. Do not let emotions or haste cloud your discerning mind. Seek confirmation of your intuition in real data, and consult trusted specialists for advice. Only then can you transform the potential aggression of Mars in Aries into a pure, driving impulse capable of bringing unprecedented financial growth and laying a solid foundation for a truly grand enterprise. Once the cosmic energies align in such a unique pattern, a natural question arises: how exactly can a Scorpio convert this potential into tangible wealth? The answer lies in a strategic approach and the ability to utilize your innate talents. Your intuition, amplified by the water element of Jupiter in Cancer, will serve as a compass in finding that very gold mine. When choosing a promising niche, focus on areas requiring depth, reliability, and long-term perspective. Recall real estate, family projects, fields related to security, legacy, or even hidden knowledge. These are your trump cards. Don't just search, feel the market, penetrating its essence as only a Scorpio can. Saturn in Pisces calls for discipline and profound analysis. Every step must be calculated, every risk assessed. Develop a detailed, realistic business plan that will serve as your roadmap to financial stability and prosperity. This is not just a document, it is the foundation of your future empire. Your natural perceptiveness and ability to build deep connections will aid in attracting partners. Utilize your established networks, especially ancestral ones, as we discussed earlier, for trust and shared goals are a powerful foundation for any investment. Mars, your co-ruler in Aries, literally propels you toward leadership. Don't be afraid to take the initiative. A Scorpio is a born strategist, capable of seeing several steps ahead, overcoming obstacles, and leading others. Your determination, charisma, and ability to see things through will become a magnet for those seeking a strong, reliable leader. However, even the most brilliant plan and strongest leadership qualities require proper presentation. Your ascent to financial well-being, Scorpios, demands not only precise calculation and decisive action but also the ability to make yourselves known to the world. During a period when the planets are aligning such a powerful financial flow for you, it is crucial to create a unique, magnetic image that attracts the right people and opportunities. Your natural depth, intuition, and strategic thinking are not just character traits, they are your brand. Use them to stand out. Consider how your expert knowledge, whether in real estate, investments, or family business, can be presented publicly. Social media platforms are not merely for entertainment, they are powerful tools for promoting your services and ideas. LinkedIn, professional communities, and even carefully crafted posts on Instagram or Telegram channels can become your megaphones. Showcase your insights, share valuable experience, and create content that resonates with your audience. Your goal is not just to sell, but to build a reputation as a reliable, authoritative, and unique specialist whose advice and services are in demand. Remember Saturn's discipline, regularity and quality of publications, a well-thought-out communication strategy, and clear positioning, all these build your capital of trust. Mars in Aries calls for boldness. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there, to be visible, even if it requires stepping out of your comfort zone. Your sincerity and depth will be your greatest assets in this process. It is through such a conscious approach to self-presentation that you will be able to not only attract clients but also foster a loyal community around your projects. And this is just one path, for true wealth often stems from sources much closer to your heart, your genuine passions and creative impulses. During this significant time, when the heavens are literally whispering about your unique destiny, the sun's transit through Leo commands special attention for Scorpios. This is not just a bright period, it's a powerful impulse for self-expression, for showcasing your inner light, your unique talents, and creative ideas. For Scorpios, whose nature is deep and multifaceted, this time becomes an ideal opportunity not only to express yourselves but also to monetize your true passions, transforming them into a stable source of income. Recall what brings you genuine pleasure, what ignites your inner fire. Perhaps it's a forgotten hobby, a long-held passion, or a talent you considered merely a pastime, unrelated to serious matters. The Sun in Leo urges you to bring this into the light, to show the world your uniqueness and passion. This is not a time for modesty, but rather for a bold declaration of self, for making your abilities known far and wide. Your creativity and depth, so characteristic of Scorpios, can now become your most valuable asset. It's time to realize that your creativity is not just a pastime, but valuable capital. Transforming a passion into a source of income means pouring your soul into your work, creating something unique that will be in demand and duly appreciated. This could be linked to your craftsmanship, your knowledge, your ability to delve deeply into a subject, allowing you to create something outstanding and unparalleled. As an astrological mentor, I urge you to look at your interests from a new angle. Where does your passion intersect with market needs? How can you offer your unique skills or products that embody your personality? This period favors those who are ready to follow their heart, yet think strategically, remembering the discipline and systematic approach we discussed earlier. It is in this synthesis of deep personal fulfillment and a well-thought-out approach that the key to unlocking your financial potential lies. Your unique talents and profound passions, which we've already discussed as a powerful source of self-expression, will acquire truly golden potential for monetization in July 2025. This is your path to financial independence. The energies of July 2025, with the Sun in Leo highlighting your individuality and Jupiter in Cancer supporting growth and root strengthening, create ideal conditions for such a transformation. How to realize this? One of the most accessible and effective avenues is creating online courses. If you possess deep knowledge or unique skills in any field, from cooking to programming, from yoga to astrology, you can structure them and offer them to the world. Students will pay for your expertise, and you will gain the opportunity to scale your income. Another powerful channel is selling handmade goods. Scorpios often have incredible attention to detail and are capable of creating something unique and high quality. Whether it's artisanal jewelry, exclusive clothing, home decor items, or specialized services based on your creative approach, the demand for authenticity and craftsmanship is always high. Utilize online platforms and social media to reach a broad audience. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Consulting, unique content creation, personalized service development, the spectrum of possibilities is vast. The main thing is not to be afraid to bring your passion to the market, package it professionally, and offer value that resonates with audience needs. Your intuition, enhanced by astrological influences, will help you accurately determine what will be in demand. However, for your creative endeavors to not just generate income but also become a stable source of long-term prosperity, sometimes something more than talent and passion is required. This refers to systematic development, broadening horizons, and mastering new tools that will open up even grander prospects for you. Within the context of this truly unique astrological window, where the doors to abundance swing wide open, your main asset is not just external opportunities, but also internal readiness. To retain and multiply what comes your way, Scorpios, you will need to actively invest in your intellectual capital. This involves a deep dive into new knowledge and mastering skills that will become the cornerstone of your long-term prosperity. Consider the areas that are shaping the future today: advanced financial strategies, investment portfolio management, mastering digital technologies that are transforming entire industries, or delving into specialized niches where your intuition and analytical mind can fully flourish. Perhaps this means courses on blockchain, artificial intelligence, or masterclasses in strategic leadership and negotiation that will enhance your natural charisma and ability to influence. Choose not just trendy but truly promising directions that resonate with your inner aspirations and will help you not only adapt but also create new trends. Equally important is to consider how to finance this development. Explore opportunities for grants, specialized scholarships, or consider establishing a separate fund for education from your incoming resources. These are not expenses, but strategic investments in your future financial independence that will pay off many times over. Your capacity for transformation and pursuit of truth will find their embodiment in this continuous learning process, preparing you to make the most profitable decisions. And once you master these new horizons of knowledge, the question arises, how can you most effectively apply them in practice so that every step yields tangible financial returns? Beyond the significant cosmic influences that open doors to unprecedented prosperity, July 2025 brings invaluable support for Scorpios from Venus in Virgo. This placement of the planet of love, values, and finances is crucial for optimizing your cash flow and enhancing efficiency across all financial matters. Virgo, a sign of order and analysis, combined with Venus, directs your attention to details, those aspects that sometimes go unnoticed amidst grand plans. During this period, you will be especially receptive to opportunities for improvement. Venus in Virgo encourages you to conduct a thorough audit of both personal and business expenses. This is not a call for asceticism, but rather for a sensible and practical approach. Scorpios, it's time to ask yourselves, where are resources being spent inefficiently? What expenses can be reduced without compromising your quality of life or business? Perhaps it's subscriptions you no longer use, or unoptimized processes in your projects that are eating away at profits. This cosmic configuration grants you the ability to see the small things that, in sum, lead to significant savings. You will be able to identify and eliminate financial leaks, whether they are irrational purchases, excessive logistics costs, or simply habits that drain your wallet. Simultaneously, Venus in Virgo enhances your capacity for increased productivity. You will discover new, more efficient ways to complete tasks, directly impacting your profitability. This could involve automating routine processes, implementing new technologies, or simply more structured daily planning. The main goal is to make every one of your resources work as productively as possible. This approach to financial management will lay the foundation for long-term, sustainable wealth, ensuring not just short-term success but stable growth for years to come. To truly master this art, a detailed immersion into every aspect of your current financial flows will be required. Dear Scorpios, we have already discussed the unprecedented potential of July 2025, the grand opportunities that will unfold before you. But to truly seize this luck and transform it into long-term wealth, a strong foundation is essential. And that foundation begins with a deep understanding of your current financial position. Your first and most crucial task is to conduct a thorough audit of all your expenses. Do not be afraid to look into every corner of your budget. Where is money subtly leaking away? These could be small but regular expenditures, subscriptions you no longer use, or habits that have become a financial burden. Remember that Saturn in Pisces calls for discipline and transparency, while Venus in Virgo insists on a meticulous approach to every penny. Identify those expense categories that do not bring you true value or satisfaction. You may find that a significant portion of your income goes towards things that can be optimized or even eliminated. This is not a call for asceticism, but for conscious consumption and the liberation of resources. For effective budget control, actively use modern financial tools. These could be specialized mobile applications for personal finance tracking that automatically categorize your expenses, or simple yet disciplined spreadsheets. Many banking apps already offer convenient features for expense analysis. The goal is not just to keep records, but to gain a complete, clear picture of where and how your money is moving. When you see these numbers, you gain power over them. You begin to make strategic, rather than emotional, financial decisions, directing your flows where they will yield maximum returns. This phase of analysis and optimization is not just about saving, it's about creating a financial cushion and freeing up capital for the very investments we discussed. Indeed, true financial breakthrough happens not only through cost reduction but also through a fundamental transformation in how you manage your assets and time. Scorpios, in light of the coming opportunities, it is crucial not only to act but to act effectively. And here, the strategic use of modern technologies comes to the forefront. Your inherent analytical abilities, amplified by specialized software, will become a powerful catalyst for financial growth. Imagine how automating routine processes, from financial accounting to project and client management, will free up your precious time and energy. This is not merely about adopting gadgets, it's an investment in systematic efficiency that will allow you not only to track but also to forecast flows of abundance with unprecedented accuracy. A key aspect will also be the art of delegation. Your energy in July 2025 should be directed towards strategic vision and decision-making, not micromanagement. Determine which tasks can be entrusted to reliable partners or employees, freeing yourself for larger, high-yield initiatives. This is not a sign of weakness, but a wise step towards scaling and expanding influence. And, of course, optimizing business processes. Look at your operations with fresh eyes. Where are the bottlenecks? Which stages can be simplified, accelerated, made more transparent? Creating clear, repeatable algorithms will lead to a significant increase in productivity and minimization of losses. When every element of your financial and professional life begins to operate like a well-oiled machine, you will experience an incredible influx of resources that will demand not just management, but a new level of financial strategy. Scorpios, you have navigated a period of unprecedented opportunities, and July 2025 has become for you not just a month, but a true turning point for a new financial cycle. Your intuition, discipline, and courage, bolstered by the powerful astrological aspects of Jupiter, Saturn, Mars, the Sun, and Venus, have led to truly outstanding results. This is a time not only to reap a bountiful harvest but also for a deep appreciation of the journey you have undertaken. Allow yourself to feel this victory, for it is a direct result of your purposeful efforts, wise decisions, and willingness to take risks where others hesitated. You have laid the foundation for prosperity for decades to come. Now that the seeds of prosperity have sprouted and yielded abundant growth, your most important task is to ensure their sustainable growth and long-term consolidation. Securing success requires not impulsive actions, but far-sighted strategic thinking. Your investments in real estate, family business development, and projects related to security and home have already borne significant fruit. However, stopping there would be a mistake. Develop a clear long-term financial plan that considers not only multiplication but also the reliable preservation of accumulated capital. Diversification is key. Avoid putting all your assets in one basket, even if it seems golden. Beyond the areas you've already explored, consider distributing capital into other, perhaps more conservative instruments. These could be government bonds, investments in stable dividend companies, or participation in diversified index funds. Explore the prospects of new, groundbreaking technologies that show potential for exponential growth. Perhaps that is where your next source of wealth lies. Always reassess your risk tolerance. A portion of your capital should remain absolutely untouchable, forming a powerful financial safety net for unforeseen situations. Do not neglect the assistance of qualified financial advisors. Their expertise will help you optimize taxation, develop an effective succession plan, and ensure financial protection for your family for many years. Continue to invest in your education, studying new financial strategies, market trends, and technologies. Your ability to monetize unique talents, which we discussed, can become the basis for creating new, unexpected sources of income. If you still have any outstanding debt obligations, use a portion of your profits for early repayment to fully free yourself from financial burden and focus exclusively on growth. This new era of prosperity opens horizons not only for material gain but also for deep personal growth. True wealth isn't just about the numbers in your bank account, it's about your quality of life, harmony in relationships, and your ability to impact the world by creating something meaningful. Recognizing this broader aspect becomes the key to a truly full and abundant life that extends far beyond financial success.